Hey Professor, I'm going to talk to you briefly about privacy and the media when it comes to liability laws. So, in the book, I read that privacy is very limited, especially if you are a public figure. A public figure is someone who is in the spotlight, meaning they have a occupation or career that puts them in the public eye, whether it is a lawyer, a judge, a mayor, even a celebrity. Anyone who has a record in the public is considered to be a public figure. And a private citizen is another person who is just an ordinary person that has more laws govern to protect them than a person that is actually considered to be a public figure. The difference between a public figure and a private citizen is that they are up for scrutiny, criticism, and they are come with a newsworthy story to the media. So it is no surprise that someone that is a public figure will be in the spotlight with the media versus a person who's just a private citizen and draws attention to them for some reason, whether it is for a good deed, a crime, or a good deed or a crime, basically. Um, Privacy laws, I have learned in the class that it's not always what it cracked up to be. A lot of times, people that are public figures do not have privacy because, like I said, they are always in the media to be scrutinized or to be criticized about something that they're doing, something that they're trying to do, or just exploit the fact that they are doing something, regardless of what it is. Um, when, however, a private citizen, sometimes do not have laws to protect them when they're out in public. I read in the book that a person could be kissing on their spouse and someone catches that moment in public, that it's okay because they they're in the public eye and everyone can see them. So it's totally not a lawsuit if they are snapped a picture and released into the magazines or newspaper without their consent. Um, Hidden cameras, that is an invading of privacy. However, a lot of times when situations occur, they are used to get stories, um, but it can also be overturned if the story was newsworthy. So that's basically what it's about. If the story is newsworthy or not, because it can overshadow the fact that it was retrieved in an inappropriate way, invading the privacy of another person. Um, for media liability laws, a lot of times the media has a lot of protection according to the courts, because that is the main job and responsibility of the media, is to seek out the truth and expose it. And so the courts really protects them with the First Amendment rule, and it has caused a lot of people to suffer libel, um, libel content, whether it was defamatory. Um, it caused them harm. It caused them some type of some type of um, um, some type of civil civil um, civil. It's just it caused them some type of humiliation when they sought out um, a civil lawsuit with the media or with someone else, an organization or some sort. Um, a lot of times it ends in the media favor, and so you have to be careful about what you say and what you do in the media because a lot of times the courts are on their side. So even if they could possibly get a story wrong, you have to prove whether it is a reckless, um, a reckless disregard for the truth, or it is malice coming coming from the actual reporter who reported the story. So, and that could be kind of hard. So, it is important to know that a lot of times you don't have rights when you're in public with people taking your pictures. You can ask them not to take your picture, but if you would try to sue them, the favor would probably be in the media's eyes and not so much yours. Spy cameras are not per se legal, but it's not illegal either, if that makes sense, because it depends on what the story entails and what it's about. It could pass for the media. Um, I've learned that the media have a lot of power, especially when it comes to coming up with stories that they're excused, even though things are not, um, even though things could be in error. You have to prove what is malice, and you have to prove whether it's a disregard, a reckless disregard, and that can be kind of time consuming and kind of hard to do. So if you're willing to fight for it, basically you just gotta have a lot of money because it will be more than likely 60% of the time in the book it says that the media will win. Thank you.